Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of UK coin collecting to uncover the 5 most valuable and rare 50 pence coins in circulation. These coins might look ordinary at first glance, but some of them are actually worth big money far beyond their face value of just 5 OP. Let's get started. The 1969 -1 pence coin from the United Kingdom is one of the most historically important coins in British numismatics. Why? Because it was the first 5 OP coin ever issued, and it came just before the full decimalization of the British currency system in 1971. The UK had used pounds, shillings, and pence for centuries, but this coin marked the beginning of a huge transition. It replaced the old 10-shilling banknote, and its introduction was seen as a major modernization of British money. Collectors today see it as a true first-of-its-kind issue. The 1969 50p was the world's first 7-sided coin, with an equilateral curved heptagon shape. Its technical design was revolutionary, because despite having 7 sides, it could roll smoothly and work perfectly in vending machines and coin handling equipment. Measuring 30 millimeters in diameter and weighing 13.5 grams, it was much larger than today's 5 OP, which is smaller and lighter. This makes the 1969 coin instantly recognizable, and its large size gives it a special presence compared to modern issues. On the obverse or front, the coin features the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This portrait was designed by Arnold Machen OB, one of the Royal Mint's most respected sculptors. The Queen is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and this portrait was used on UK coins between 1968 and 1984. Around the Queen's head is the inscription Elizabeth to D.G. Reg FD, which translates from Latin as Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse design was created by Christopher Ironside, one of Britain's most famous coin designers. It shows the iconic figure of Britannia seated with a trident in one hand and a shield with the Union Jack in the other, symbolizing Britain's strength and naval heritage. At her feet is a lion, reinforcing the image of power and tradition. The inscription New Pence appears above, since decimalization had not yet been completed, and the denomination 50 is shown clearly below Britannia. This design would remain on the 5 OP until 1981. In 1969, the Royal Mint produced approximately 188,400,000 50 pence coins for circulation. This very high mintage means that the coin is not considered rare in circulated condition, but because it represents the very first issue, collectors want at least one in their sets. Additionally, the Royal Mint also struck proof versions of the coin for collectors, which were included in special 1969 proof coin sets. These sets are much scarcer than circulation coins and command higher prices in the market today. In terms of value, a circulated 1969 5 OP coin is typically worth between £1 to £3, depending on its overall wear and condition. However, coins in better condition can be worth much more. An uncirculated example with original mint luster can sell for £8 to £15. Meanwhile, coins taken from the 1969 proof sets can reach values of £20 to £50, depending on demand and condition. Collectors are especially interested in coins that have been carefully preserved in protective cases since 1969. One of the challenges with the 1969 5 OP is finding examples in pristine condition. Because the coin is large and heavy, most circulation pieces became scratched, dented, or discolored over time. Collectors grade coins on a scale from good to mint state, and higher grade coins are much more desirable. A coin graded by a professional service at MS65 or higher can fetch strong prices, especially since it represents the very first year of the denomination. It's important to note that the 1969 5 OP coin is no longer legal tender. In 1997, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 5 OP coin, and the larger coins like the 1969 issue were demonetized in 1998. That means you can't spend them in shops today, but their value lies in collectability. For coin collectors, this coin marks the beginning of decimalization and is an essential piece in a complete UK decimal coin collection. While the 1969 5 OP is now considered rare in circulation, its value is slowly rising, particularly for uncirculated and proof versions. Collectors know that as time passes, fewer high-quality examples will remain available. This makes the coin a smart long-term investment for those building a portfolio of historic UK coins. It's also a popular starting coin for beginners because of its affordability and important place in British history. To summarize, the 1969 United Kingdom 50 pence coin is far more than just a piece of old change. It represents the birth of the modern 5op, the transition to decimalization, and a bold new design in world coinage. With its unique shape, its beautiful Britannia reverse, and its historical background, this coin is a favorite among collectors. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1969 5op, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for updates on more coin values and collecting tips. Share in the comments if you own a 1969 5op and in what condition: circulated, uncirculated, or proof. Thanks for watching and keep collecting. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1973 United Kingdom 50 pence coin, a piece of numismatic history that holds a very special place in British coinage. Unlike regular 50p coins, the 1973 edition was not just another circulation coin. It was issued to commemorate a significant historical event. In this video we will cover its history, design, value, mintage details, and collector interest. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our videos on rare and valuable coins from around the world. The year 1973 was an important one for Britain as it marked the nation's entry into the European Economic Community (EC), which later became the European Union. To celebrate this historic step, the Royal Mint produced a special 50 pence coin. Unlike the usual decimal coins that were common in circulation, this one had a symbolic design and was a limited commemorative issue. This makes the 1973 5op coin historically significant because it represents not just money but a political and economic milestone in the United Kingdom's journey within Europe. The design of the 1973 5op coin is unique and easily recognizable. On the reverse side, it features a circle of 9 clasped hands, each hand representing one of the 9 member states of the European Economic Community. At that time, the hands form a continuous chain symbolizing unity and cooperation. The obverse side of the coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machen, which was the standard effigy used during that era. The coin was struck in cupronickel, weighing 13.5 grams with a diameter of 30 millimeters, the same as other early large-sized 50 pence coins. The Royal Mint issued this coin in 1973 with a mintage of 89,775,000 pieces, making it one of the more widely produced commemorative coins of the time. However, despite this large number, most coins were spent in circulation and suffered heavy wear. Collectors today are more interested in finding uncirculated proof or pristine examples. The coin was also issued in proof sets and special collector packs, making certain versions more desirable than the ordinary circulation strikes. In circulated condition, the 1973 EC 50 pence coin is relatively common, with a value ranging from £1 to £3 depending on where. However, uncirculated examples in mint condition can fetch £5 to £15, and proof versions in original packaging can go even higher, often in the range of £20 to £40. Rare errors or coins with exceptional quality are the ones that really excite serious collectors. So while it may not be the rarest of 50p coins, its historical importance makes it a must-have piece. Collectors of British decimal coins and commemorative issues always include the 1973 50 pence in their collections. Its unique design and historical meaning give it an edge over many other common 5op coins. Over the years, the interest in commemorative 50p coins has grown tremendously, especially since the Royal Mint continues to issue new designs for events, anniversaries, and figures of national importance. This growing trend has also increased the visibility of earlier commemorative coins such as the 1973 edition. Most 19735op coins do not have rare variations, but collectors sometimes search for minting errors such as off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or unusual planchet flaws. These error coins can command much higher prices depending on the severity and rarity of the mistake. Additionally, proof issues struck to a higher quality standard remain the top choice for serious investors. Always check the coins condition. Coins with sharp edges, clear detailing, and minimal scratches are much more valuable. As with many commemorative coins, the value of the 1973 5op depends heavily on condition and collector demand over time. Coins with historical and political significance tend to increase in value, especially as the event they commemorate becomes more distant in history. Given the UK's later decision to leave the EU, the 1973 EC coin has gained even more symbolic weight, making it an interesting conversation piece in any collection. This adds a layer of irony and historical interest which could fuel higher demand in the future. If you enjoy learning about coins like the 1973 50 pence from the United Kingdom and want to discover more about rare, valuable, and historic coins, make sure to subscribe to our channel right now. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with our weekly uploads, including detailed guides, coin value updates, market trends, and collecting tips. Don't forget to like this video and share it with other coin enthusiasts, because the more we grow our community, the more amazing content we can bring to you. To sum up, the 1973 50 pence coin of the United Kingdom is not just pocket change. It's a historical keepsake celebrating Britain's entry into the European economic community. With its unique clasped hands design, large mintage, and collector appeal, it continues to hold an important place in British numismatics. Whether you own one already or are planning to add it to your collection, this coin tells a story far beyond its face value. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Today's video, we are diving deep into the fascinating history and collectible value of the 1976 50 pence coin from the United Kingdom. This coin holds a special place in British numismatic history as it represents the early years of decimal coinage, a time when the UK was still adjusting to the switch from pounds, shillings, and pence to a fully decimalized system. Many collectors around the world are on the lookout for this coin, especially in mint condition, and today we'll cover everything you need to know about its background, worth, and significance. The 1976 50 pence coin was part of the first generation of larger heptagonal 50 pence pieces introduced in 1969. These early coins were bigger and heavier than the modern 5op pieces we use today, measuring 30 millimeters in diameter and weighing 13.5 grams. This coin was struck in cupro nickel alloy, giving it both durability and that familiar silver gray shine. The -one-sided shape, known as an equilateral curve heptagon, was revolutionary at the time and remains iconic even today. On the obverse, or the front side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. This is the second official portrait of Her Majesty, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This design was in use from 1968 until 1984 and is instantly recognizable among collectors. It represents an important era in British history, showcasing the youthful yet regal image of the Queen. The reverse side of the 1976 -1 pence coin features the classic design of Britannia seated beside a lion holding a trident in her left hand and a shield in her right. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, was used on 5op coins from 1969 until 2008, when it was replaced by the royal shield design. Britannia has long symbolized strength, dignity, and unity, making this coin not just currency but also a piece of art and cultural symbolism. Now let's talk about minting numbers. The 1976 50p was a common circulation coin with around 43 million pieces minted for general use, making it one of the more widely available issues of the decade. However, not all coins survive in collectible condition. Many have been worn down through years of use, so finding an uncirculated or proof specimen can make a huge difference to collectors and investors alike in terms of value and worth. Circulated examples of the 1976 5op are usually worth between 50 pence and £1 and 50 pence, depending on wear and tear. However, coins in brilliant uncirculated book condition, or those taken directly from mint sets, can fetch between £3 and £6 on the collector's market. Proof versions struck with extra care for presentation packs are rarer and can sell anywhere from £10 to £20, depending on demand and overall preservation. One of the interesting aspects for collectors is the historical significance of 1976 itself. While not a commemorative issue, the year is often remembered for being a turning point in British politics, culture, and even weather. With the infamous summer heatwave of 1976, having a coin from this period allows collectors to hold a tangible piece of British history from a time of national change and growth. When talking about condition, collectors often rely on the grading scale, ranging from fine to mint state. A 1976 coin in heavily circulated condition may have little more than face value but an uncirculated coin with no scratches, dents, or signs of handling can dramatically increase its value. Always keep in mind that presentation and preservation matter hugely. In coin collecting, storing coins in protective cases can help them retain their shine and market desirability. For those wondering about the 40 mint, mention this usually refers to different varieties or sets released by mints over time, while the 1976 5OP itself does not have 40 different varieties. Collectors often group decimal 50p coins into categories of different years and commemorative releases. Some collectors focus on building complete sets that include every design, from the standard Britannia to rare commemoratives like the 1973 EC coin or the 1990 to 1993 presidency coin. This makes the 1976 version an essential building block in a full 5OP collection. Before we wrap up, don't forget that coin collecting is not just about money, it's about passion and history. The 1976 50 pence coin might not be the rarest or most valuable coin out there, but it represents a rich story of Britain's currency and heritage. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 1976 5OP, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Share this video with fellow collectors, and let's continue to grow our numismatic community together. The obverse of the 1978 50 pence coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machen. This effigy was widely used from 1968 until 1984, and it shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry gifted to Queen Mary. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription Elizabeth to DG Reg FD 1978, which translates as Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The style and simplicity of this portrait made it one of the most iconic royal images in British coinage. On the reverse side of the 1978 50p coin, we find a classic British design by Christopher Ironside. It depicts Britannia, the female personification of the United Kingdom, seated beside a lion holding a trident in one hand and an olive branch in the other. To her side rests a shield bearing the Union Jack. This design was symbolic of British strength, peace, and pride, and it remained on 50 pence coins for decades until newer commemorative issues began to take over. The simple inscription reads new pence above and 50 below. The 1978 UK 50 pence was struck in cupronickel, which is 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it durability and resistance to corrosion. It weighed 13.5 grams and measured 30 millimeters in diameter, which makes it noticeably larger than the modern 50p coins we use today. In fact, the size was reduced in 1997 to make the coins easier to carry, meaning these pre-1997 coins like the 1978 version are no longer legal tender. However, collectors continue to prize them for their historic and aesthetic value. Now let's talk about the mint figures. In 1978, the Royal Mint produced approximately 43,837,250 pieces of this coin for circulation. While that might sound like a large number, it is significantly less than some other common years of the series. As a result, while the 1978 coin is not considered extremely rare, it is still desirable, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. Collectors often seek coins with minimal wear, sharp detail, and good luster, which increases both the appeal and market value. The value of the 1978 5OP coin depends heavily on condition. A well-worn circulated coin may only be worth £1 to £2, slightly above face value, but a coin in uncirculated mint state could be valued anywhere between £10 to £25 depending on grading. Proof versions, struck for collectors, are even more valuable, sometimes selling for £40 to £80 in top condition. Special era coins such as those with minting flaws could sell for much more, as collectors highly prize such rarities. 1978 was a period of economic challenges and political changes in the UK, and coins like this one reflect the nation's history during the late 20th century. At the time, the British government was continuing to adjust to the decimalization of the currency system, which had been introduced less than a decade earlier. In 1971, the 50 pence coin represented half a pound of value in terms of old money and quickly became a staple of everyday transactions before inflation reduced its relative importance. Collectors are especially drawn to the original larger-sized 50 pence coins because of their size, weight, and classic Britannia design. Modern commemorative 5p coins are popular today, but the older versions carry a sense of nostalgia and a strong historical connection for many collectors. The 1978 coin is a must-have to complete a set of pre-1997 50 pence pieces. Its combination of age, availability, and attractive design makes it an affordable yet meaningful addition to any collection. If you're hunting for a 1978 5p coin, look for pieces that are well preserved, ideally in brilliant, uncirculated condition. Avoid coins with heavy scratches, corrosion, or dull surfaces, as they lose collector value. Proof versions from Royal Mint presentation sets are the best investment. Always check trustworthy dealers, auction houses, or certified coin markets to ensure authenticity. Storing coins in protective capsules or albums will also help maintain their condition for future generations. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1978 United Kingdom 50 pence coin. From its beautiful Britannia design to its collectible value and mint history, this coin is a fascinating piece of British numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this coin is a wonderful addition to your collection. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more detailed guides on rare and valuable coins from around the world. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. The 50 pence coin was introduced in 1969 during the early stages of decimalization to replace the old 10-shilling note. Its unique heptagonal shape was revolutionary at the time. Engineers at the Royal Mint carefully calculated its constant width so that machines could recognize it correctly. Despite having 7 sides, by 1982 the design was well established and millions of people were using it daily. Unlike today's smaller 50 pence coins, the pre-1997 versions were large and weighty, making them stand out in your pocket. The 1982 issue represents this traditional size, 30 millimeters diameter, 13.5 grams, made of cupronickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel. On the obverse side, the coin features the graceful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen O'Bara. This portrait shows Her Majesty wearing the elegant Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, which was gifted to her as a wedding present. The Machen portrait is particularly significant because it was one of the most widely circulated depictions of the Queen appearing on UK coins for nearly 2 decades, from 1968 to 1984. Collectors often admire this design for its balance of regal dignity and timeless simplicity. The reverse design, created by Christopher Ironside, depicts the seated figure of Britannia, a long-standing emblem of British pride and identity. Britannia holds a trident in one hand and a shield decorated with the Union flag in the other, while a lion rests at her feet. This design has roots going back centuries, with Britannia first appearing on Roman coinage and later adopted by Britain as a national symbol. By 1980, the seated Britannia had become an iconic image on UK coinage, linking tradition with modern decimal currency. The Royal Mint struck 114,819,007 circulation coins of the 1980 50 pence, which means it was plentiful in shops, markets, and households across the country. But there were also special versions made for collectors, proof sets, and brilliant uncirculated bussets struck with polished dies for higher quality finish. These collector versions were made in much smaller numbers and are worth significantly more than ordinary circulation pieces today. This duality, common circulation coins and scarce proof issues, creates a layered market for collectors. When it comes to value and worth, condition is everything. A circulated 1982 coin typically sells for £1, £3, which is already several times its original face value. Uncirculated examples, especially those kept safely in protective holders, can fetch £5, £10, while proof coins from mint sets often achieve £15, £25. However, there is an exciting twist: minting errors. MIS strikes, clipped blankets, double struck designs, or off-center strikes can turn a common 1982 50 pence into a collector's treasure worth £50, £100, or even more depending on rarity. Another fascinating angle is the legal tender status. The large-sized 50 pence coins, including the 1982 edition, were withdrawn in 1997 when the Royal Mint introduced the smaller, lighter 50 pence. This means the 1982 coin is no longer accepted in everyday transactions, making it a purely collectible item. Its withdrawal added historical importance as it represents the final decades of Britain's original 50 pence design. Collectors see it as a piece of numismatic history rather than just pocket change. Serious collectors often send coins like the 1980 to 50 pence for grading by professional services such as NGC or PCGS. Grading ensures authenticity and assigns a quality level from good all the way to mint state or proof. Coins graded MS65 or higher can attract premium values because collectors trust the grading. High-grade examples are always rarer, since most coins from 1982 entered circulation and show signs of wear. A proof coin graded PR69 or PR70 can be extremely valuable. Market demand for coins like the 1980 to 50 pence is steadily increasing, especially among younger collectors and YouTube audiences who enjoy building complete decimal collections. Many want to own every single year of the large 50 pence series, and the 1982 issue is a must have. Its availability makes it an excellent starting point for beginners, but its collectible proof and error variants also appeal to advanced numismatists over time. As fewer high-quality examples remain, values are expected to rise gradually. To conclude, the 1982 United Kingdom 50 pence coin is far more than just an old piece of change. It represents Britain's transition into decimal coinage, the artistry of designers like Arnold Machen and Christopher Ironside, and the heritage of Britannia as a national symbol. Whether worth a few pounds in circulated form or significantly more as a proof or error coin, it has both sentimental and financial value. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to our channel, leave a like and comment below if you own a 1982 50 pence coin. We'll keep bringing you expert guides on rare and collectible coins from the UK and beyond.